This is the type of camping you normally see on my channel in the wintertime, and although there may be a peaceful familiarity about this scene, things were a bit different. We ventured into the land of wolves and grizzly bears, a land of amazing people and rich culture. We ventured into Canada. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. I'm here actually in Canada at Epic Adventure Outfitters with a couple of friends you might recognize.
Welcome to Canada. You got your complimentary maple syrup, right?
Yeah.
No, I wish
they didn't give you a bottle at the border?
You're up here hunting beaver, right?
This new government's just dropping the ball.
We used to hand out complimentary maple syrup when he came over. It's weird.
Who do I write to about this?
Trudeau.
Justin Trudeau, yeah.
I'm gonna leave politics out of the channel though, but we're doing some updates on the Jeep, and I don't want to blow out my air compressor. It's a Vire air compressor. It's a single air compressor, and I don't think it's gonna be able to air up without getting too hot and overheat.
You were probably fine before you added the tire size a little bit.
Yeah, you want to blow up your tires, not your compressor.
And I've actually seen an air compressor blow on a 37-inch tire in the snow. Someone trying to air up 25 PSI for each tire. By the third tire, they blew it up. So
really?
What compressor are you running now?
It's the Vire, the portable single air compressor. Yeah,
they're great starters.
It sits in my garage.
It is, but it's just like I tried airing that up from 15 to 25 recently, and it took like 5 hours.
By the time you're done, the compressor's so hot you leave it behind.
Yeah, exactly.
Put it in the bag, and then the bag just disintegrates.
You can heat your camper with it.
Hey, that's a good idea. It's like when you put hot rocks from a fire into your tent.
In your pots and pans.
So what do you think? Is there a remedy to the situation?
I might have something you might be interested in.
And that's why I'm here, so stay tuned.
Hey, put your pants back on.
So, uses 2 big maxi fuses. These are gonna go to the positive, and luckily Jeep gave us a lot of places to put connections, so we're gonna go here, and then this will go to the ground right on the fender, and you're good to go. And you can secure it and worry about the rest of the wire after.
Acetate used in all sorts of OEM automotive applications. Heat resistant, abrasion resistant. It's good stuff. This rubber drain plug is what is used in the floor, passenger floorboard, and typically we'd have people drill a hole or cut a hole in this, which can be a bit dangerous because it is pretty durable rubber. So having a 3D printed drop-in with a way to go makes life a little bit easier. Time to drop it in.
Awesome.
Something like that.
Awesome. Now this means I won't be waiting at the trailhead to air up my tires for almost an hour. At least that's the theory behind it, but with the 40s, it's my first time doing the 40s from like way low all the way up, and this should provide much more speedy, expedited process of getting me back on the road. Very excited about it.
So for today, for science, we're gonna air down a set of 40s down to 12 PSI using the Trailhead trail deflators, and then we're gonna time see how long it takes to air these tires back up to 30.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
We're betting somewhere between 8:30 to 8:45.
We got the deflators attached on all 4 corners, and we are airing down from 29 to about 12. It's the preset at 12 on these, so that's like a good PSI I think for these 40s on trail, and I can always adjust these to go lower if I want, down to 5 PSI. And then we're also going to see how long it takes to air back up to 29.
So guys, we had to move because there was too much sun and my fair skin just can't stand it. So, but let's show you how I personally use the Kraken when it's my own vehicle. I'm usually in the driver's seat because I have control issues. I keep the Kraken behind my driver's seat because that's where I start. So we're just gonna open up in your nice fancy bag. You're gonna get these nice hoses. We're gonna separate them. One for one side, one for the other. So, there's the union. We're gonna pull the cap out, set it there. We're gonna plug that in. You can go front tire or rear tire, doesn't matter. I usually like to keep them from touching the ground. So, with these nice Haltech fittings, you just have to push it. So, right here, you just push on and it just locks, you're done. This is why I don't care that the switch is on the other side, because I start on this side. We then open our other door. We've now connected our other union. There we go. 2. Now we're fully connected. Vehicle's running. And we just have to hit the button. Now first we're gonna get a timer. Now you can shut the door with the cables. You can shut it both clicks, but we just leave it 1 click in and it'll keep the water out. You can stay inside and it won't cut the air off to the airlines.
We're calling it at 840.
840?
840, that's not bad to get to 32.
840,
Yeah.
get to 32.
So we went even farther than 30 just to compensate for temperature and elevation change.
What kind of trails do you think we're gonna go on?
It's going to be a lot of snow. We're going to try to go up to a high elevation lake. It'll probably be frozen if we make it there. But the struggle is part of the fun, right?
Yeah. I like that if part.
Yeah.
We made it to our first campsite, led by Shaun. We're supposed to be right by the water on this side. Awesome spot, dude.
Yeah.
So how do you know about this spot over here?
I've camped here a bunch of times. It's just kind of like a really good, because it's not too far off the highway, but it's a beautiful spot next to a river. And then there's several different trails kind of in this area that I like to do in the summer.
Nice.
So a lot of times we'll do that drive because it's a couple hours from home.
Yep.
We'll camp here and head out in the morning. So this is the first time I've been here when there's like, you know, 1.5 feet of snow on the ground. But
Yep. So based on this, right, because we're gonna go much higher tomorrow, do you think we're gonna have quite an adventure?
we're definitely gonna have an adventure, because either the snow is gonna be like this, all like icy and crusty,
Yep.
And just deeper as we get higher, or if we're lucky, the snow will just be better when we get a little bit higher up, right? So
Either way, we'll have a good time, right?
either way, it's gonna be a good time.
Right on.
And if all else fails, we'll just come back here and camp here again tomorrow.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
was a beautifully cold morning by the creek. Yesterday, Shaun mentioned that he wasn't sure if he would make it to the campsite by the lake since it is located at a higher elevation and the snow here was already laid out pretty thick. So we packed up and headed to the nearby fuel station where we topped off and proceeded to the trailhead. What are you headed down to today for this trail?
I'm at 6 right now.
6? Okay.
So once we get into the deep stuff, we'll play it by ear. I bet once we get into the deep stuff, we'll be down 3, 4.
Yeah. How far further before we see like some deep snow from here?
I have no idea. Like, I imagine not that far because this starts climbing. So, and judging from the tracks, there's a chance it could be icy. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on that and probably spaced out. And then if it's icy, we'll have to either like air way down, or we'll have to make a call if it's gonna be safe, right?
Are we climbing elevation?
Yeah,
that's what I figure. That's why I like to start, because like it's gonna, by the time next time I air down, I'll be at 8, I bet.
Yeah.
Because as you climb elevation, it builds pressure, and so that's why I'm starting at 6. And then once we get up to the deep stuff, I'm telling you, I'll be 3 or 4 probably if it gets deep enough.
I keep losing my stem puller.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating. I'm gonna get another set of these deflators, and I'm gonna set them to like 5 psi, and they're gonna be like the snow wheeling deflators.
Exactly. Yeah, that's a good idea actually.
Yeah. I think these ones are set to like 12. I mean, let's get down there pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Shaun and Nate are already up this really pretty steep hill. It looks like it is kind of a trudge to get up there, but they are making way. I believe Nate is actually breaking trail to get up to the top. Ryan is outfitting his van with chains on all 4s. I'm aired down to 4 psi. We're gonna wait till Ryan is all the way up, then we're gonna go one vehicle at a time, just because of how steep that is. We don't want to have a vehicle back up into another rig. So far, the team has been, or the crew has been doing pretty good. Let me show you guys how steep this is. And the thing is, like, these videos never justify how steep these things really are. If I were to talk about degree angle, it's probably steeper than 45 degrees. And then at some points, like when you go up, it's even steeper than that. We're gonna do it. As we were climbing this hill, Nick's Delica was having a little bit of a hard time maintaining grip through the sugary snow, so I gave him a tow up. But we ended up reaching a section on the incline which is very steep, and my recovery efforts were not enough. So Nate suggested we do an 8-wheel recovery. What is an 8-wheel recovery? Well, when it is just my Jeep pulling the van, the energy transfer results in a pullback effect because of the tugging from the van. This happens when the van is still not fully able to get free from being stuck, so it effectively transfers the energy back to my Jeep and pulls it slightly in a backwards direction. When this happens, Nate's momentum forward transfers energy behind his Jeep and pulls on my Jeep in that instance, which ultimately sends a second round of energy transfer to the van, resulting in a more effective recovery. In order to achieve this, the kinetic rope between Nate and I had to be taut with no slack, while giving pulling room for the rope between myself and the van. Nate calls this the 8-wheel recovery, but I call it freaking awesome. So here's one thing that I noticed on our Jeeps. My fuel tank is still showing full, but we've been burning fuel up here.
On your Jeeps.
And yeah, what's yours
I
at?
burned a quarter tank just coming up that hill.
A quarter tank?
I'm at about half.
It won't be accurate till you're level for a while.
Yeah. Okay, so it's just off.
Yeah, but I mean, but with the diesels, you still won't burn much.
Yeah.
What'll happen is if you're going uphill or downhill, the sensor will get messed up, and then it takes a while, if it ever goes back to normal.
Oh, is that what it is?
Until you
exactly.
fill up. Yeah.
Because there's a delay. Because like if you look at old gas gauges or gas gauges on like boats and stuff, you'll literally see it like as you're going over waves, it'll be doing this.
Okay.
But they don't do that anymore. Now it's all like it's a delay in order to make it just look smooth and constant.
Gotcha.
So yeah, you just need to be leveled out. But you'll see, you probably burned 1/8 of a tank all day.
Okay. Which is still great.
Oh yeah.
It's your diesel.
Diesel
Yeah.
life, man.
Yeah, but we could hear Shaun. We were down the slope and we could hear his engine roaring. That beast of a Jeep.
Got her done.
But, yep, yeah, we did. So what's the plan, guys? What are we gonna do?
Well, as a husband, my job 1 is to make my wife comfortable, right? She's nice enough to come out here.
Yep.
Then job 2, I haven't figured out yet. Maybe make some food.
Okay.
Probably that
I'm gonna
reverts
eat a
to
sub.
job 1.
How
Yeah.
about that?
Dude, that sub was a great idea. I got one more foot long left.
Yeah.
We had a Canadian cold cut out here.
A Canadian cold cut.
That's what they got. We're just airing up at the bottom of the trail here. Shaun, thank you so much for having us in Canada.
Thanks for coming out.
Canada trip more often?
Absolutely, man. Now that we got his build together.
I know.
You got the hat. Now
Oh,
you have to come. This is basically
I
a
know.
passport.
I can't. You're not legally allowed to wear these in America, so I have
gotta
to
take
come
that
here
off
to
at the
wear
border?
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, take it off at the border.
I mean, there's minimal recoveries, I think, right, on this trip?
Yeah.
It was we recovered where we would expect to, right?
Yeah.
On the really steep hills going up, the guys with the smaller tires needed more help.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yep.
And then, but we were able to stay determined and get it done. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people. There's no tire tracks in front of us because most people don't want to put that kind of work in.
Yeah.
But we did it, and we got
put in the work.
a
for sure.
beautiful camp all by ourselves in
Yeah.
the mountains.
fresh tracks.
It made
Yeah.
the camp so much more worth it.
Absolutely.
Like, having, yeah, struggle through that.
It was
But
cool.
That's why we do this.
exactly. So Shaun, sorry till now, you guys know, but thank you for having us here.
You.
Nate, thanks for being here with me.
Always, man.
Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. So that concludes our trip to Canada. It was an awesome time here exploring the Canadian wilderness, testing out Dusty's capabilities in the snow, and most importantly, spending time with some awesome people. I would like to thank Shaun for being our trail guide, and Epic Adventure Outfitters for hooking up Dusty with the Kraken. It is truly an amazing piece of gear, especially for bigger tires that will save me a ton of time on the trail. The last thing I want to do is spend almost an hour waiting to inflate the tires so I can head home to see my family. If you would like to check out a Kraken for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description. I'm looking forward to visiting Canada more often and exploring more of this beautiful country. But for now, be safe, take care, and I'll see you next time.